Well, Michael, you saw the video of that large crowds of people just leaving the dome, but what you haven't seen is all these cars right now. I'm stepping out. We're going to zoom in just to show you how much traffic there is. Eat as much food as you can, drink some yummy lemonade, and also think about going to the City Girls concert on Sunday. It's going to be a really fun time. This is a very exciting day because the Syracuse Nationals is back at the fairgrounds, and who better to talk to about this than the president of the organization himself, Rob O'Connor. Well, Matt, it will be a busy weekend here in Central New York with many visitors here for graduation, as well as some people coming out to celebrate Mother's Day celebrations. I have been going back and forth from my car to back outside, but I keep on making sure to carry this mask due to this smoky air quality, and I'm not alone. Some other neighbors that I spoke to in Oswego are doing the same because of this smoky air quality that they saw this morning. It does look like some of these roads have been plowed down on 81 South, and cars are still being pretty cautious, but the number one piece of advice that I would have for everyone is to continue to be safe and to drive slowly, being cautious of the other cars that are around you. There wasn't an empty seat in the church for this celebration of 11-year-old Brexie Alley's life, her family saying that she leaves behind a legacy of a girl who brought unity to this community. People are heartbroken following this deadly shooting and are in disbelief hearing about yet another school shooting that has taken the lives of innocent people. Michael, just in the last hour, Manlius police say that 18-year-old Aman Hussein, as well as a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old, are all charged with stealing the swans and killing Faye. Matt, since 3:30 this afternoon all the way until now, Cisco employees have been picketing here in Warner over better working conditions and a pay increase. And so far, they say negotiations have gone nowhere. When a child hits their head here on the football field, in a soccer game, or even a hard hit in a car crash, it could be terrifying hours to see if they have a concussion and how bad it is. But a company here in Central New York is using similar science to COVID testing to diagnose a concussion with just a saliva test.
That's part of what our technology is focusing on being able to do. Not just does somebody have a concussion, but what is their pathway to recovery? When are they safe to return to the field or return to work?
A 7-year goal nearly to the finish line for Central New York startup Quadrant Biosciences and SUNY Upstate. The same COVID saliva testing technology they used to help during the pandemic will be used in a concussion test rolling out later this year.
I'll believe it when I see it, but it feels amazing to be able to offer this product to our community.
Scientists have been working on this saliva test since 2015. They were set back in the pandemic, but Perry says research partnerships with local businesses help make this possible.
They'll be our first priority when we roll out this test later in 2023.
A little bit on one side. About 15 times.
To better understand this test, Dr. Forrest Wright let me try it out, and I was amazed at how easy it was.
Yep. Then you'll just take the top and you can flip it around.
This?
Yep. Pop it open if it's a little tight.
There we go.
Great.
Put it in there.
In there. Cap it up.
I think I got it.
That's good.
Yeah. The test measures RNA found in the saliva to determine if a concussion happened, and it will only take the lab 6 to 8 hours to send back your results.
The opportunity to take a swab that was taken on the field or during a game, bring it in-house here and get an answer out by the end of our workday or the next day, when in comparison, kids and parents are stressed out worrying about an answer or long-term results for days or weeks, depending on who your provider is.
As of now, the Quadrant Biosciences test is still under development, but has a patent. The initial research shows up to 93% accuracy. I took this information over to a specialist who frequently diagnoses and treats concussions. Meredith Bossinger of East Coast Audiology went as far to call this a game changer.
If that's something we could administer as physical therapists, as athletic trainers on the sideline, it would open up a whole new ballgame. I think would be a lot safer for our student athletes and our population in general.
Bossinger says this takes the guesswork out of early diagnosis.
When we have a concussion, right now it's subjective. So what patients are telling us. That can range from, like we said, people that are trying to embellish those symptoms versus people that are just trying to say they have no symptoms to get back.
Despite the priority being on school-age kids right now, Quadrant Biosciences can see a wide range of use for this test. What is your feelings knowing that these tests can really help so many people in the long run?
Yeah, so we're very excited to roll this out to upstate New York, but our ultimate goal is to try to get this to be a nationwide test. So right now we're identifying strategic partners to help scale this testing.
Right now, the test is designed for people as young as the age of 10, and it's easy enough that anyone, a coach, a parent, a student athlete, can administer it. Reporting in Syracuse, I'm Allura Leggard. Neighbors around Central New York volunteered to help build beds for children in need through the organization Sleep in Heavenly Peace. For some, like Junior Lafayette High Schooler Eva Stivers and her mom Angela, they couldn't think of any better way to spend their evening.
When I first came here, I was like, oh, it might just be me and my mom. Then to walk around and see like my classmates and everyone, it's really rewarding to see like, wow, everyone wants to help.
It's hurtful to hear that there's so many children that are maybe out there without a bed. So if there's a way we can give back, let's be involved.
Sanding, drilling. The calluses on your hands are worth it, says build manager Dave Holcraft. Syracuse is one of the worst places in the country for child poverty, and many kids don't even have a bed to call their own. Holcraft says with the endless amount of help the organization receives, they are giving kids a place to relax, read, dream, and sleep.
What you are doing tonight in this organization is you're putting the bed in the equation, possibly for the first time. For families that are going through a hard time, they can't get that bed.
Her mother and daughter, Angela and Eva, they say just knowing there will be a smile on a child's face at the end of this is the biggest reward.
They're going to be able to just wake up, go to school, and feel relaxed. Like they're not worried if the floor is going to be cold tonight because they know they have a blanket on their bed to cuddle up with at night. So it's going to be amazing.
Along with beds and mattresses, Sleep in Heavenly Peace also provides pillows, blankets, and sheets for children 3 to 17. We're welcoming in the new year with an overcast but mild start today. Good morning, everyone. I'm Allura Leggard. Let's send you right on over to Weather Authority meteorologist Mike Brookins for your morning forecast. Good morning, Mike. City of Oswego campus police say they are conducting an investigation after a freshman reported he's experiencing homophobic threats and behavior at the school. Multiple school districts in Central New York will need to change their mascot or risk losing state funding. This comes as the Board of Regents banned the use of Native American mascots this week. Making news across the nation, the family of the suspect in the murder case of 4 University of Idaho students says they're standing by their son following his arrest late last week. The Harvard Business Review did an article of the impact of sticky notes in 2015, discovering the human mind remembers sticky note messages easier than other types. As the air quality levels dipped into hazardous territory today, many health experts are saying wearing a mask is something to seriously consider. We are outside on the weather deck right now, and Mike, we've been talking about this constantly over and over again. It is cold outside for me.
Let you know though, it's 20 degrees above average.
Well, that's
it
great.
Could be a lot worse for you.
That's great for everyone else who loves cold and wants it to be like this, but for me, no, I'm not.
Well, you're going to enjoy
not
the next couple of days. How about 60 degrees?
I can do that. In January, Onondaga Community College held New York's first women's wrestling invitational. Since then, local communities continue to push for opportunities for girls to get involved in the sport. Samantha Crossan and Westbrook Shortell have more information. Officials are also asking drivers to move over on the roads for these plow drivers so they do have room because they are driving below the speed limits on the highways. Reporting in Oswego, I'm Allura Leggard. I'm going to go back inside now so I can stay warm, Sam. If you weren't able to attend tonight's concert for Jazz in the City, there are plenty of opportunities to listen to some amazing bands and musicians all the way until August 17th. And the rest of those dates and venues for those concerts will be on our website at cnycentral.com. Reporting in Syracuse, I'm Allura Leggard. Connor, I'm telling you, these fans are ready to start tailgating. Regarding the K9 Carnival that I mentioned earlier, it starts at 10 and ends at 3. All it costs is $5 to enter, and all you have to do is bring your dog. All that money will then go to support animal rescue groups in Central New York. Reporting in Syracuse, I'm Allura Leggard.